right, for the sake of some of the newer sort of viewers and people who maybe don't follow the sport, right the way back to the 90s, that's such a competitive era.
Right.
Like, you turned pro at the 1993 NPC Nationals. Now, I mean, the standard of the Nationals back then was so high, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Nationals. Well, in those days, I mean, I hate to, I'm sure you've gone over this incessantly, but the Nationals used to be the only way really to the pros. When I competed in it, there was the Nationals, and the USA, I think, allowed the overall winner to go. And then the Nationals was every weight class winner would have the opportunity to turn pro. And now there's just so many more opportunities, and which is great for the athletes. But, I think in a sense it waters it down. I mean, there's guys that would be at the national level still that moved on to the pros because there's more opportunity to do so. And as well they should, if that's what they want to do. So, but it was tough. I mean, you had guys like Dennis Newman, Edgar Fletcher. Edgar never turned pro even.
Poor Edgar. Poor Edgar.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many good guys that, I'm glad to have, at the time you have no idea. You think it's going to be like that all the time. But so you didn't really think about that at the time. But now looking back, it was stacked. There was a lot of good guys, and, very lucky to have won it.
I mean, like going back, like the USAs and the Nationals around that time. I mean, pretty much all those guys that were in that top 5 that kept going, they all turned pro, like Ronnie Coleman, Paul DeMeo, yourself, Dennis Newman, even though he never really competed because obviously he got leukemia. Right. I mean, it's a list of Kevin Navarone, Flex Wheeler. I mean, Chris Cormier. I mean, that was a real, such an ultra competitive time. And literally a year later, guys like Flex Wheeler and yourself were just winning pro shows straight away. Yeah,
it's again, it's one of those things. I think at the time, you're just kind of plowing through it. You just head down, go to work, and but looking back, I won my first 4 pro shows, and just so. I mean, I say that just because it's just, to me, it's a whole nother life. It seems like it wasn't even me. So because there's so many years between now and then, but at the same time, I look at it with a lot of pride, and it was a lot of hard work and a lot of people supporting me and helping me get there. And just things have to fall into place. I mean, you have to stay injury free. You have to pick the right shows. You just don't know who's going to be on, who's going to be off. So there's so many things that play into it that at the time you're not thinking about, but looking back, there's a lot of luck involved too, I think.
Well, yeah, I suppose a lot of luck. I mean, let's go back from, say, like 93 to like 95. That was the era when Dorian Yates was winning the Olympia. You had Flex Wheeler, winning his first 2 pro shows. Or was it 3 pro shows? It was a time where there was a lot of excitement, a lot of different things going on. It was kind of a very, very, very ultra competitive time where everyone was bringing their A game. Chris Cormier, it was just, and the thing is, I was just going over, I was thinking about you today, and I was thinking, like, back then, really, the number 1 show was always the Olympia.